What is happening to Nollywood? What is happening to our actors? What is happening to our gospel musicians? Just a couple of days back, we're talking about Chinedu Nwoike, the gospel musician who passed on at the age of 39. Believe me, guys, it's not been up to 2 weeks, and we are here to talk about another gospel singer who just passed on, and she happens to be called Singer Osinachi Nwachuckwu. Well, you guys should obviously know who this lady is, but of course, if you don't know her, then stay glued, watch the video to the very end, and believe me, you're going to be astonished. Welcome again to a new video, and of course, you have Mr. AJ right here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you from wherever part of the world you seem to be watching us from. In this particular channel, we'll keep it lit, to keep it legit, while bringing to you guys the latest gist and of course the most trending vibes in and out of Nigeria. So please make me your videos blog, and of course you're going to be updated right in this same channel. Getting right back into the video of today, like we earlier told you all, Chinedu Nwoike, evangelist Chinedu Nwoike, passed on more like a week ago, and believe me, this man's information was almost on all social media platforms because he had touched the lives of so many people through his gospel songs. I mean, gospel songs and worshiping songs have a way that they get to you. They have a way that they touch you and they make you really want to worship God. I mean, God actually loves when he's being worshipped. He loves when his name is being adored and stuff like that. So these musicians, these gospel musicians to be very precise, actually tend to make it easier for us to communicate to God through their songs. We're talking about Chinedu Nwoike. He had a very angelic voice, very sweet and calming voice, and he passed on, and he has actually been in the lips of every single Nigerian and everybody out. Believe me, guys, it's not been up to 2 weeks, and we're here to talk about this gospel musician called Osinachi Nwachuckwu who passed on. Well, if you don't know who this lady is, then I'll just be very delighted to tell you this. So if you know this popular song called Ekuweme, then believe me, you should know this lady because she's the music icon. She's the gospel musician behind that particular song. She's the one that made that song to be the way it is. I mean, so many people are so into that song at the moment, like they love that song till to the moon and back, and it's just because of the way the song gets into their bodies. I mean, I for one, whenever I'm singing that song, it's like it teleports me to a different realm. I don't know about you all, but I feel like all these songs really do have great meanings, great impacts in our lives. All the same, guys, Osinachi Nwachuckwu is no more, and information has it that she passed on after a brief illness, and this was shortly after she had issues with the throat, her throat actually, more like throat cancer and stuff like that, and she was unable to like go through that particular issue. All the same, we're very much sure that all these musicians that keep passing on, they are resting in a better place. They are resting with the Lord. I mean, I don't know how to say this, but it's really touching. It's so emotional. Believe me, it's so emotional. This musician actually has made so many songs, so many collabos. She has featured in so many songs that are blowing, so many songs that will make you like really get into the spirit. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. And now she's no more. What do you think is actually happening to this musician? That is something that I asked you guys. So we're going to take some series of posts that we got from Facebook, a couple of them. So you guys get to of course read and of course know that this lady is no more. And in as much as people are still saying that she's no more, some people out there still want to believe that she is still alive. So we got this post from Ebube News, and the person is like, another gospel singer, Osinachi Nwachuckwu, is no more. Mrs. Osinachi Nwachuckwu, the popular Ekuweme crooner, was rumored to have passed on earlier today as of the time the information got to Ebube News. We had to make more inquiries, knowing very well that she has an identical twin. Rest on, gospel singer Osinachi Nwachuckwu. May her soul find peace with God. So that particular information was from Ebube News, and Ebube News actually wanted us to believe that the Ekuweme crooner aka Osinachi Nwachuckwu, was no more. And of course, this was actually a brief illness. And of course, he made it clear that this lady should not be confused with her twin sister, because she has a twin sister who is also a gospel musician and also more like a very pertinent icon in the industry here in Nigeria. So we got another post again from Amanda Chisom page, and she's like, unconfirmed news reaching us is that Osinachi Nwachuckwu has joined the Saints. It was said she got diagnosed of throat cancer. If you do not know her, she was a powerful voice in a Kueme gospel hit. Dunamis is here to confirm this news. So we're still waiting for this particular lady's family to like come online and of course accept this information or debunk it. Believe me, this is something that we did not actually see coming. I mean, considering how it was difficult for people to move on from what happened to Chinedu Nworike, I don't know if it's going to be that easier for people to move on with this particular lady, Osinachi Nwachuckwu. Believe me, this lady's voice was angelic. And for people saying that Chinedu's voice was angelic, then believe me, this particular lady's voice was just as angelic as that of Chinedu. So I don't know about you all, but please do also leave your RIP wishes down in the comment section for Osinachi Nwachuckwu, the gospel musician behind Ekuweme, and of course the gospel musician that passed on at the age of 42. So she passed on at 42. I mean, that was quite old. I mean, as compared to how old this particular lady passed on, as compared to how old Chinedu Nworike passed on. I mean, I know very well that it's difficult. It's very difficult for people to like cope, knowing fully well that this lady is no more, and the fact that she has actually programmed so many great songs that she was about releasing. All the same, we are going to really miss her. We are going to greatly miss her. We are going to miss all her songs, all her tracks, because believe me, those are things that keep us going, things that really help us to like get into the spirit. RIP to you, Osinachi Nwachuckwu, the lady who passed on at the age of 42 after battling with throat cancer.
So I brought a special gift into this service today. The very person that sang that song. As wonderful, he came from Congo. Sing it. Kissy Aso. away my shame and gave me glory. If that's your testimony this morning, lift your hands. For some of us, they would have laughed at us. For some of us, people would have said, look at it. But for some of you, you are here because of His grace. If you are like that, if you know you are standing because of His mercies, I want you to taking care of me. If you're excited, sing. New mercies every morning. Oh, you tell me love me these benefits. Hey, I'm a benefits boy. You bless me like the only child in the world. Say, oh, Jesus is taking care of me. Let's sing it, please, just once. Lift your hands. We are here to testify. Jesus is taking care of me. Oh, Jesus is looking after me. Hey, He is watching over me. Jesus is watching over me. I'm shining because Jesus is taking care of me.
At the mention of the name of Jesus, you would say, from glory to glory to glory, the Spirit of the Lord is here.
So this is what happens after. He's like, whatever. Chris is still like in shock. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
Oh my God. Ascension and
He still looks very confused. Like, what?
It's not lost on me.
Wait for it.
The story of the Harlem Cultural Festival.
I don't know.
Something that my beautiful mother.
So then Diddy comes out and he says something about it. Right there.
Okay, Will and Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the gold party. Okay? But right now we're moving on.
He's just like, I don't care. I defended my girl.